All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to break down this really beautiful, simple story about hope, courage, and how just one single action can spark something amazing in an entire community.
And the entire story really hangs on this one powerful question. It's asking us and you to think about it. Can one small light, one person, one action actually make a real difference in the world? Let's see what this story has to say.
So let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in a world that feels pretty bright and hopeful, and it's all built around a simple belief held by our main character, Sarah.
Okay, so picture this a quiet little village, kind of nestled in between these rolling hills. And that's where we meet Sarah. Every evening, she just sits and watches the sky change colors. It's peaceful, it's calm, everything feels right. And this right here, this is the core of who Sarah is. It's her one simple belief. Light was more powerful than darkness. Now, this isn't just a random thought for her. This idea is pretty much the anchor for everything that's about to unfold.
But you know how stories go, right? That peace, it can't last forever. A conflict is coming, and it's going to put that core belief to the ultimate test.
And wow, does it happen fast? I mean, look at this. 1 minute, you have that peaceful evening sky, and then, bam, this crazy wind hits, the power goes out, and just like that, the whole village is swallowed by darkness. Total silence.
And the story makes it super clear that this is way more than just a power outage. There's this feeling that takes over the whole village. It's not just dark, it's silent and afraid. People are hiding, shutting their doors, closing themselves off from everything.
But then, in the middle of all that darkness, Sarah spots it. Just one single lamp, way off in the distance, still glowing. Now that's not just a light, it's a sign. It's a tiny bit of proof that maybe not everything is lost after all.
So this is it. This is the moment. You've got overwhelming darkness, you've got fear everywhere, and you've got one person who sees one tiny light. What happens next all comes down to a courageous choice. And this question really puts you in her shoes, doesn't it? When you're completely surrounded by darkness and fear, what can one person possibly do? I mean, what difference can you really make? Well, Sarah's answer is just so perfect because it's so simple. There's no grand plan here. She just takes these small, deliberate steps. She lights her own lantern, wraps up, and then she walks out into the very darkness that everyone else is hiding from. It's such a quiet act, but it's incredibly brave.
Okay, so she takes that first step. Now let's watch what happens next. Because that one little action, it's about to create a massive ripple effect.
It all starts with one. That's it. One person, one lantern, making a tiny dent in this huge, overwhelming darkness. It's a solitary image, but it's powerful. But that one little light is enough. Someone sees it. And that's the trigger, A neighbor sees her. And suddenly, they feel brave enough to open their own door. Then another person sees them, and another. And pretty soon, people are stepping out with whatever they have. Candles, lamps, you name it. It's a real chain reaction.
Man, I just love this line from the story. It captures the whole shift perfectly. The village that was so silent and scared slowly began to glow again. And it wasn't because the power company fixed it, it was because the people did.
And here's where her journey comes full circle. Where was she headed this whole time? To the house of the elderly man whose lamp she first saw. That little spark of hope that got her started, she's now bringing the whole community's light right back to it. So when you step back and look at this whole thing, what's the big lesson here? What are we supposed to take away from this amazing transformation? I mean, just look at this contrast. It's night and day, literally. Before Sarah acted, the vibe in the village was pure fear and silence. But afterwards, the feeling is warmth. The storm is still there, but the entire emotional landscape has changed because people came together. So the story kind of gives us its own definition of hope, doesn't it? It's not just some passive feeling. Hope is an action. It's the belief that one shared light, one shared act of courage, is way, way stronger than any darkness around it. And this, right here, is the big truth at the heart of the story. Light is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to be shared. It's such a simple idea, but it's also incredibly profound when you think about it. And that brings us right back to the title. That one last light Sarah saw, it wasn't an ending at all. It was the beginning.
It was the spark that became the whole village's first hope. What a beautiful flip.
And that's where we'll leave this explainer. The story of Sarah is an awesome reminder of the impact just one person can have. So the question it leaves for all of us is pretty clear. Where will you share your light?